Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc, and I found out last week it's wheelbarrow, not wheelbarrel. Alongside me is Ollie DePina, and he said that lions would never play golf, but a Tiger Woods. Welcome to episode 53 of the KO Disc Golf Show. We're back! We took a week off, but we are back. This is episode 53, the Don Drysdale episode. Doing research, there was a bunch of MLB players that were pretty notable, but only wore number 53 for one season, like Barry Zito. I think Bobby Abreu wore it for a couple of seasons, so pretty interesting there. This is the Persian episode. Red Sox players that I like that wear the number 53 are Rich Hill and Chad Bradford in 2005. Mariners players to wear the number 53 was David Aardsma and Mike Baumann last year. I thought David Aardsma was kind of interesting because he also played for the Red Sox and wore the number 53. So he seemed like the kind of guy who was like, hey, like that's my number across the board, doesn't matter where I'm going kind of thing. And I really respect that. I think that's pretty cool. Sabres to wear the number 53, we had Jeff Skinner from 2019 to 2024. And Ollie, you want to hit us with the Giants and the Kraken?
Yep. No Kraken for number 53. So come on, Kraken, come on out. Come get some number 53. And then for the Giants, one of our great players played in the 90s with Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson from 76 to 80. Oh, not from in the late 80s, 76 to 88, Harry Carson. And then Oshin Zimenez was one of my favorite players. I thought had a lot of potential that we ended up trading. And then Darius Masuo. So shout out to those guys.
Nice. Yeah, a bunch of easy names to pronounce all loaded into the 53 for you, huh?
Perfectly picked.
Yeah. How you doing, man? How's everything going?
It's going well. It's going well. Kind of a interesting week I've had, but things I think are turning around, and I looking forward to this week. I had like 7 days of closing in a row last week at Costco, which I was like, my body and everything was just not feeling that great after doing all that, and it was like, yeah, it was just like kind of mentally also kind of straining where I was like, I don't usually they told us usually it's going to be like 5 days on and then like 2 days off, like at most is what you'll do. So I was like, this is kind of a lot, man. And then like my neck
Hmm.
was just like super stiff, my shoulders were stiff, but um figuring it out. I think it will all work itself out. This week I have 4 days off in a row, and then have with the Easter holiday getting paid that last day off is going to be nice, and having that off work. So kind of taking it as like that, and then got to go to the Mariners Rangers game last week on Friday, which was super awesome. And I guess a lot of other disc golfers were there, which was funny. Um, and like Colin Bryant was there. I know him and his dad they're big Dallas fans and big Rangers fans and Texas fans. So that was kind of funny. I always forget that. So I said something. I was like, yeah, big dumper. And they're like, we're actually Rangers fans. And I was like,
Hmm. Yeah.
so there's always that. And but yeah, good time. Filipino night. So it was Roxy and
Cool.
her dad were working this event on the pregame. So it was like over at Victory Hall, and Alan, her dad, was like the MC of the night, and so he was like bringing on like the different dance performers, and that they were doing like a fashion show, and he was talking about like the music and the DJs, and then Roxy's going around taking photos and stuff, and then they coordinated with the Mariners to get like the Filipino hats that they give out like as like when you enter with your ticket. They would get like, we want a big, like, if we get more of them at that thing, we'll get more people to come to the pregame thing, and just more stuff anyway. And so they're able to work out where the Mariners gave them like a certain amount of hats over there, and you're able to come get a hat early and then go to this like pregame thing. So it worked out really
Cool.
well. It was really fun. Um,
They have like a Filipino flag with like the Mariner S on there or anything like that.
yeah, I think I got it right here.
Yeah, I've seen some of those hats in the past. They look pretty sweet.
This one is sick.
Oh, it's like a like a bucket hat. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I did not expect that at all. Dude, that's so cool.
So I was really hyped. I was really hyped.
Yeah. That's
Um,
tight, dude.
yeah, so that was fun, and then yeah, the tournament, and saw some friends outside of the tournament, which was nice. My buddy Connor, he went to the University of Montana, and then so a bunch of his friends they've visited a bunch of times, and so it was fun seeing them again. And I've seen that we went to Montana and visited them, and then they've come here a bunch of times. So it was just a good time seeing some good friends and good people. How are you doing, Curb?
Nice. Doing all right, man. Yeah, had a really, really busy couple of weeks. As I mentioned before, my father-in-law passed away a couple weeks ago, so we had the funeral for him out in Roslyn last week Sunday, and it was really just emotional and like a lot going on there. So we spent the night out in Roslyn. He was born out there, so it was kind of cool. Kind of burying him in the. They have like a Croat. He's very Croatian, very proud of his Croatian heritage. So there's like a little Croatian like area of the funeral or of the cemetery there in Roslyn. So we buried him, with all the other Croatians, that are from Roslyn.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's a pretty quick trip, like only an hour and a half, to get out there. So we can go out there, anytime, the wife and I want to go out and kind of visit his grave and kind of say what's up to him kind of thing. So, but yeah, we did that on Sunday and Monday. And then, Tuesday and Wednesday, Ellie and I had an adoption seminar, like an adoption class. Yeah, I've said here on here before, we're working on adopting. It was really interesting. Just a lot of conversations about, what it's like. They brought in like people like adoptees and like birth parents of adoptees and adoption parents and just like everybody to like kind of talk and hear the stories and hear kind of the positives and some of the negatives about it, just so everybody kind of has a realistic, like it's not all just easy,
Hmm.
and there's definitely issues that come up and that kind of thing. So it was really
Dynamics,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was really good, and a lot of the stuff is already stuff that Ellie and I like. We've been talking about this for a long time, so it was cool to like when they're asking us questions, her and I were so on the same page because it's all stuff that we've already kind of discussed and that kind of thing. So just just it was good, just really interesting, and getting into that kind of thing. But we went to did that, and then immediately turned around and did Raymond Seick. So yeah, it's been a busy, busy couple of weeks, and yeah, that's why we didn't have the show last week. Is just a little too much going on. So yeah, appreciate everybody, coming back and meeting us back on here. So yeah, but besides that, I so I'm like number eighth or ninth or 10th on the wait list for Champions Cup down in California, and like less than a month now. It's like 3 weeks away or something, 2 weeks away. And I didn't notice until like yesterday or the day before that they put me into the Monday qualifying event as like just kind of like part of it. They're like, oh, if you're on the wait list, we just put you in there, and if you can't make it, let us know. So I was like, oh, like I was already kind of thinking about maybe going down on like I was gonna close up the shop the Sunday or the Saturday the week before the event. I'll start leaving on Saturday night. On Sunday midday, there's an Athletics and White Sox game happening in Sacramento where the Athletics are kind of playing in that like minor league stadium. So I was thinking about maybe trying to go down and like catch a ball game and then going up back up to Stockton or to Stockton and then playing like a practice round and then Monday morning go and do the qualifying event and seeing if I can just kind of see if I can make my way in there and kind of see what's up. So yeah, should be fun, should be a cool trip. I mean, at very least, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play the Monday qualifying event and gonna go see a baseball game. So at
Yeah.
the very least, I'm gonna have a cool like 3-4 days of like hangout kind of thing. So
Oh yeah. No, that would be sweet. That would be sweet.
yeah, and then yeah, baseball, man, the Red Sox are just getting like embarrassed out there right now. We're a good team who's just playing like so poor. Like it's been really, really bad. Um yeah, it's I'm like locked into the games, but like last night, like we lost like 16-1, and like in the third inning we let up like 9 runs, and I'm like, okay, like I can't listen to this game for another 2 hours. And I just like turned it. I was like, I can't right now. So yeah, WrestleMania this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Looking forward to that. Same. Yeah. So I'll be looking forward to going and playing Top Dog, and then
Was
getting
there
home
a
and
was there a wrestling event at Key Arena
yeah,
on Friday?
Friday night. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I walked by I walked from Queen Anne to the Mariners game. I was like my neck was really stiff and I was like walking usually honestly always helps me that kind of stuff.
sure.
So I was like I have the time. Roxy's already down there just setting up. I was like I'm going to walk. I was like I'm
Hmm.
just going to walk. And so I
Don't deal with
walked through
parking or anything like that
downtown,
too. Yeah.
stopped at Vindictive Wings. It was like, I made it a whole little thing and I was just like walking around. It was nice. It was nice.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. No. There was a Friday night SmackDown happening at the Key Arena down there.
And I kept seeing people with big belts and stuff walking
Yeah.
by.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about going, but it was just I don't know. It kind of didn't work out, and I knew I was going to be up early for Race Hike on Saturday. But I really want to go to Raw. I know, like Monday Night Raw is coming in the next couple of months, so I'm really looking forward to that one. That one's the big like Netflix like production. You know, they do all the cameras and they got the drones flying around and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it would be pretty sweet. But yeah, WrestleMania, Saturday, Sunday, it's gonna be tight. I'm looking forward to it. So after Top Dog, I'm gonna be locked into that. So, but yeah, as we mentioned, it was the Raymond Seick Memorial, supported by Innova this past weekend, ran by Ted Couliard and Matt Van Dusen. It was really weather was really nice both days. Like Sunday especially, like the weather was incredible. Just
Oh
like
yeah,
yeah,
perfect
like
spring.
totally like gentle breeze, but really nothing that's really gonna like screw you up too bad. You know, it's just enough to kind of make you think about it, kind of thing. So, taking down the win in MPO was Jeremy Marsh. Dude shot so good all weekend, so consistent. You look at his scores. We did first round Rhododendron, and then we did second, third round Northwest. He went 48, 49, 49. Just so consistent,
That's
you know,
so
just
good.
played,
Yeah.
yeah, so well the whole weekend, finishing minus 23. Little Mateo came in second place. He shot just like lights out that last round. I think he shot like a 1060 something. Just absolutely amazing. Colin Bryant got third. Again, just another like so consistent. Everything he does is so good. I love playing with him, chatting with Aaron, his dad. It's just like it's always so great. Um, I came in fourth. I had a really good second round. Dallas came in fifth. I talked with Dallas's mom a little bit. You played with Dallas and Colin round one, right?
Yeah, I just played Dallas round one. Yeah,
Dallas, okay.
it was awesome. Yeah, Dallas and Asher, which was also
Asher,
awesome. Yeah,
okay,
so
that's who it
it was
was.
great. Yeah, yeah, it was great. And Dallas play that was my first time playing with Dallas. It was at Otis last year. I remember I was just chatting and I remember I was chatting I felt like with this random guy for a while and then it ended up being his dad. And so like I had this like connection there and then it was super cool connecting with his mom and then I had candidate for caddy of the year, early candidate for caddy of the year. Pierce out in the bag, man.
Oh
Shout out
yeah,
to he was oh
yeah,
when Dallas had a good first round and he was really making some putts and stuff. I think the credit was all on Pierce, man. I just gotta put it
yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, so Dallas's mom, I chatted with her a little bit and she goes, "Hey, like I watched your show." And I was like, "You do?" I was like, "That's so funny." I was like, "Nobody watches our show." And she was like, "No." She goes, "Well, I skip over a lot of the baseball parts." I go, "Oh, yeah, so does my wife." So, it's but she's so nice. So, hey, appreciate you watching. You know, thank you so much. Another thing, and I don't know if I've said this before. I'm sure I have. Dallas Garber, if you watch the way he sets up to throw his shots, with the way he hits his chalk bag and his disc together, a Dallas Garber hibachi chef stamp would be so cool. Because the way he like kind of does it, I think it would be really fun. I think it would look really sweet. You know, just put him in front of like a flat top, put like a little like onion
Oh yeah,
volcano in front of him or something. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. It'd probably look really sweet. Little like chef cap with his like curly hair kind of sticking around it, like. I'd be so into it. I think it would look really sweet. And just if you watch them kind of set up like that, and there's definitely like a little little showmanship to it for
I can
sure.
see that. I
So
can see that. Yeah.
yeah. Winning MP40 was Tony Beckett. He beat out Dan Glass, and then there was a tie for third with Chris Hearn and Mateo. That's Mateo the senior. MP50 was won by Ron Tron Lidstrom Sr.
Tron.
Uh, yeah. Rad Roberts and Turris Corning came in second and third, respectively. Looks like Ron and Rad had a pretty tight battle all the way down to the end, so that's cool. James Hustis beat out Steve Bell and Terry Reege for MP60. Christine Hustis won FP60. David Wilkins won MP70. Uh, John Geiger walked away with MA1, beat out Alec Maccabee and Corey Parker. Shout out both of the Box Squad guys, tying for second place. But yeah, John Geiger had a pretty good performance all in all of the weekend, so that's really cool. Also, big shout out to Jojo
I was about
Nybard.
to say, yep.
Yeah, he got tied for fourth. This is his first event playing MA1, he said. And he said he did really, he was like, man, I was really feeling it. I think it was like Northwest Yeah, the first round he did really well, and then he kind of like slowly kind of like let it slip from there, kind of thing. But for his first event in MA1, getting fourth, like tied for fourth, like he should be really proud of himself. We played a bunch. We did like that one disc challenge after the round, and I was like, he was throwing a Luna, I was throwing a Logic, and I would like challenge him to throw like shots that were like kind of unconventional, and he was like matching it, and I was like, this guy's like he's good, like he's really good, and like he's growing still, so he's kind of got that
Mm-hmm.
like figuring his limbs out, and like he's just getting more athletic, like he's getting smarter about golfing and that, like he's gonna be a nightmare in a few years. Just watch. Um, Mason Matthews beat out Adam Croft and Chris Schlatter for MA40. Tom Rower beat out David Pearson and Jake Dixon for MA50. MA60 was won by Dave Collada. He beat out High Henderson. MA2 was won by Jonas Helmick. I'm really happy for Jonas. He's a really, really good kid. Him and his parents come into the shop once in a while, and I always like kind of getting to chat with him a little bit. So it's really, really cool getting to see him, pick up the W there. Really, really happy for Jonas. He beat out Jake Luther and Levi Reed. And also, another one I'm happy to see back, Levi Reed. I don't know if you know, but last year he had some medical stuff and he was hurt a little bit. So see him back and shooting well again, really
Yep.
happy for him. So
Took
that's cool.
yeah, had a year hiatus, and I know he was finishing up school, and he's a big band guy, and so he was had some band events where he's like, I'm not going to get to play with these guys for the rest of my life, but there'll be disc golf tournaments. So it was cool talking to him, being like, not I'd be like, do what you need to do, and like enjoy those things, for real. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to have him back, and he was talking. He's like, "Do I keep? What should I do? What should I be playing this year and stuff like that?" So it's fun. Fun to have him back and competing.
Yeah, he seems like a really, really good kid. I've only met him. I mean, I've interacted with him a couple of times here and there, and just he's always super nice. Him and his brother Christian.
Yep.
Um, Winning FA2 was Kelly Chrysler. She beat out Aaron Sweeney for FA2. So nice job to all the winners over at Seick. It was a pretty busy weekend. There was a couple other events. We're gonna dive right into Spring Swing. This was a women's only event, I believe. This is part of the Evergreen series, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So I shot Vanessa Stephanie, ECD teammate. I shot her a text this morning, asking her if she, wanted to make sure that we said anything or shout anybody out. So here's something that she said. She wanted to shout out Naomi placing well in her division. She wanted to say that the second round was a lot more windy, like weather-wise, compared to the first round. She wanted to give a really big shout out to Taryn and Elena for running the event, and she said that she really liked the Easter egg hunt for prizes. She said that was really fun. She really enjoyed that, and she really wanted to give Jen a nice shout out because she said her and Jen were tight for like the entire tournament. So that was just kind of a quick, little paragraph she sent me. So let's get right into the winners real quick. Winning FPO was Vanessa Stephanie. She beat out Jen Rice and Corey Gerber Dolan for second and third place. Winning FP60 was Janice Z. Jones. Winning FA1 was Jordan Lynn beating out Leilani Battle and Sarah Kaldstead. Winning FA40 was Box Squad member Shayna Schuerman. She beat out Darla White and other Box Squad member T Bex
Let's go.
And Taryn Knight, who came in fourth there. So nice showing there. FA50 was won by Wendy Bates. She beat out Kayla Ority, also Box Squad member. FA2 was won by Clarice Miller. She beat out Naomi Suyat, who got second. That's really, really awesome. I see the good finish now. Nice job there. And she beat out Jennifer Awesome Krasbinski for FA2. FA3 was won by Sammy the Tutu Mayes. Nice job there. She beat out Carrie Stanley and Eva Schaefer. Winning FA4 was Laura Ospina. That's Lauda. That's Corey's partner, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, I know that name. Yeah, that's Lauda. Not yeah. And then second place was Angela Friesch, and third place was Sophia uh Breath Sophia B. I'm sorry, I tried. Yeah. And then winning FJ 12 was Maya Howard. So nice job, all the women. Congratulations on getting out. That's awesome. Love seeing those events. Yeah, Vanessa. I know Vanessa was really looking forward to it. I also want to give a little shout out to Kylie Fernandez. She placed third in FA4. Kylie has been disc golfing for like a couple of months now, and she just kind of comes, her and her partner come to the shop a couple of times, and I've given them a lesson now. And super super nice. She does some really really incredible dies where she's like taking like dies and like paintbrushes and like painting like really nice pieces of
Oh,
work
whoa.
onto discs and then letting that die kind of stick in, and she's like really figuring that out. So this is our first event, so I'm just really happy for her to get out there. I know she was like really really looking forward to getting out and meeting some other women in the community. So these events are awesome. I think they're great for like that exact reason, for women that are new to the game to get out and feel comfortable playing with other women and peers and people,
Mm-hmm.
people like them kind of thing. So
100%.
that's huge and it's awesome. Another event happening this weekend. It was the Skagit River Open. This is happening up in Burlington, ran by Eric Dipinski, ran by Dips Discs. Eric's a great guy. He does a great event too. Him and Lucas, I know, kind of tag team a lot of those.
Yep.
So taking down the win was Jared Paul, beat out Lucas Latta and Jason Einsfield. Winning MP40 was Kevin Merrill. Winning MP50 was Milo Omi. Winning MA1 was Joel Gleghorn III. Winning MA40 was Jackson Messner. Winning FA40 was Pat Benson. Winning MA60 was my boy Chuck Knudsen. Winning MA2, Box Squad member Jacob Stilley. Nice job there, Stilley. Winning FA2 was Cami Emmons. Winning FA3 was Curran Wilbur. And then winning FA3 was Lindsay Lang.
Let's go.
Congratulations to all the winners this weekend. That's cool, man. There's so many events
I
happening,
love that.
Yeah, and like not like I don't know, if you live like in the city of Seattle, you could have played three different events that were all within like an hour, hour and a half of you kind of thing. Like that
Amazing.
that's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, we got the Top Dog Challenge happening next weekend. This is the replacement to the Otis Spring event, I believe. It's going to be the second event in the Northwest Point Series structure, so looking forward to it. I love going out and playing Delphi. It's one of my favorite like ball golf style disc golf courses. So I think I'm gonna head out there this week. I might bring like my golf clubs too, and maybe play 9 holes of like ball golf and just kind of like swing the sticks a little bit, have some fun. So
Hey, I just watched the Masters, man. It's kind of where
this is
I'm at.
electric, dude. Yeah, like Rory, like oh my
Woo!
god. It was I don't really watch. I wasn't very invested, but it is definitely like it's emotional.
Well, there's like a lot of storylines. I'll just go little quick
Yeah,
spiel
yeah.
because I feel like I watched the whole first golf thing. I really watched from start to finish. But like I know Rory was one of my favorite golfers when I like got the like was one of the first golfers I seen on like a PDGA video game or PGA video game that wasn't Tiger Woods, where I was like, whoa, who is this? This guy's
Mm-hmm.
filthy. But I know he has like a history of like choking in the Masters. There was like a famous like he had just had a really bad final round and like kind of like lost that there, and has like been looking for this Masters for a while. So then him finally getting there and then kind of starting to choke in that last round at the beginning of it. He had like a double bogey or something on it for blanking on the hole, and so then that was kind of an electric to kind of watch. People were talking a lot of shit, and to see him like kind of do that was really awesome. And then Justin Rose was the guy who was competing against. He lost the last playoff that the Masters happened in 2017, and he was like, watch his interview afterwards. He's like one of the most like class acts in sports. I think it's really really cool. But
Mm-hmm.
a little spiel on the Masters. Excited to see.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I saw there was people betting on like what arm Rory was going to put in the jacket first and stuff. Like, I don't know, man. It was definitely electric. It like I mean took over the internet. My wife was like, "What is this? Like, why is this coming up on my feed?" And I was just like, "It's big right now." Yeah.
Yeah,
So really cool. Good. I mean, I don't know. Good for him. I mean, dude's accomplished it all now, right? So,
yeah.
very cool. All right, moving right along, we'll get right into this is the NHL check-in. This is two guys who don't know much about hockey talking about hockey. First and foremost, OV. Ollie,
Ovi, bands that make her
yo,
dance, bands that make her dance, bands
yo,
that make her dance.
crazy, dude. What? All right, so you were texting me what like a week ago. Did he get like 2 goals, 3 goals in one night to like tie it?
Yeah, and then it was like open net or something, and he was like, "I don't want it." He was like, "I don't want to do it like that." And then he ended up, and then so it like it because it was like from like 3 goals to like, oh, it's like tied up right
It's
now, like to
yeah.
like instantly. So that was pretty cool. And then he got it against a friend of his, like a really, it was the first goal he scored on that keeper, which is pretty cool as well. So
Wow.
he's never scored on that keeper. It was like a younger guy that's like one of the, like, I guess he's like the only good person on the Islanders or whatever right now, or forget I think that was the team that he did it against, and I was like, damn. But he was like, he said he was like, thank you for letting me get that one. And I was like, damn, that's even worse. I was like, you should have taken the open net. But yeah, super
Yeah,
cool
I
to
mean,
see. Super cool to see.
yeah, the open net would have been really cool for like the ceremony of it, you know what I mean? Because you basically at that point, like the game's over, you can shut the game down for a few minutes and celebrate it. It's tough when you're like, first period, second period, like,
Yeah.
little goaltender in there kind of thing. So good I mean, that's crazy, dude. We were talking a little bit before the show and you're asking about, if maybe like Sidney Crosby or something might have like a chance to do that. And like, I don't know, man. Like it seems, I don't know enough about hockey really, but like, it seems pretty crazy,
He would have to
to
start like having like just those like like because for Ovechkin, he broke his leg this year and still scored the third most goals in the season or something like that.
Mhm.
Of course, like it's just pretty impressive, like what he's doing alone, like the volume of the goals he's scoring. So he might just have to like turn up the goal scoring, which I don't know what that would entail for him, but it's definitely cool and I don't know. It's so cool.
It's so cool. Yeah. But yeah, only 2 regular season games left, and the playoffs begin. Capitals, which are Ollie's team over there, are the number 1 seed in the East. Um, wait, you picked the Capitals, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait,
Bands
no,
will
I
make
definitely
her
got that right.
dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Not
Yeah, I
winning
got
the is it the President's Cup or the what is it?
yeah
Yeah.
the President's Trophy or whatever
The
it is, where you
President's
get
Trophy. Yeah, so the
the number
Winnipeg
one
Jets are
points.
gonna be taking that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Knights are number 2 in the West, right behind Winnipeg. Buffalo Sabres, not the worst team in the league, so that's pretty cool. There's still 2 games left, so I think it is technically possible if the 2 teams that are behind them in their division at least both win out and the Sabres lose out. There's a chance that
Hey,
they actually do, but right now, hey, it's like okay, that's something.
if
Playoffs begin
you
on.
lose out, you'll tie the Kraken record, 35-38.
All
The,
right,
the Kraken are
yeah.
35-40.
Next year, hockey is going to be electric on this show. It's going to be awesome. Um,
Two
Playoffs
guys
begin
who
on.
are starting to know a little bit more about hockey.
Yeah, two guys
Talking
who
about.
still don't know shit about hockey.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like that for a few years.
So good. Playoffs begin on Saturday. Knights are going against the Minnesota Wild, and the Capitals are taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Should be fun. We'll see. I think by the time we do our show next week, we'll still probably be like mid-series. So I don't know. We'll actually have a resolution to that yet. So be fun to check in on.
Let's go.
Um, all right, moving right into the draft for this week. This week's draft, we're gonna do the alphabet draft. I think next week. I haven't had time to kind of buckle down and watch some videos.
Yeah.
So this week we're gonna do the chip flavor draft. I love eating chips. I'm a snacker like through and through. So this is like super up my alley, dude. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm gonna take the number 1 overall pick, and my favorite chip overall ever,
Yep.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh, that's interesting. You're a
Yeah.
Cool Ranch over nacho cheese over spicy nacho?
Oh, easy. I mean, I mean, we'll get into some more flavors later. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, no,
Okay.
okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I don't even want to
I
divulge.
mean,
But Cool Ranch as the 1-1, I think just makes all the sense in the world.
I have a different Doritos as my 1-1 Dorito. Might
Uh
be a little
oh.
more unpopular, so now I'm worried about taking it. But oh, you know what? No. Okay, we're gonna change the draft strategy.
Uh oh.
we're gonna go something basic to start, but one of my favorites. So I got the 2 and the 3 pick. The salt and vinegar lays
Oh,
are,
okay.
one of my favorites to have with a BLT or a sub. Like a perfect lunch chip, in my opinion. Uh,
Okay.
if you have like a sandwich, I feel like it just adds that crunch, adds a little, the salt, the vinegar, all that good stuff.
Okay.
And then for the next pick, we're gonna go. And I'm gonna pull up the picture. You can have it. It's the Kettle brand potato chip. The bag.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
peppercini flavor.
Peppercini. Okay. Yeah, like the little yellow guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think those peppercini chips are addictive, and I am a
Okay.
huge fan.
I've never had the peppercini ones. I do like those Kettle brand chips a lot. I think those are
They're
great.
bomb.
Really,
They're bomb.
really crunchy. Totally. Yeah, yeah. Salt and vinegar though doesn't do it for me, man. Those chips, like, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, like, never a salt and vinegar guy. I'm a little more basic, I will say, for the number 4 overall pick. Like, if I'm gonna take one of my basic chip flavors, barbecue. Like barbecue chips are just
Heard,
like, oh, like every
heard.
brand has a barbecue, and every brand's barbecue is usually like pretty good to all right to excellent. So
That's
barbecue,
I think that's where I'm not the biggest barbecue. I do like a good barbecue chip. I feel like the
yeah.
bad barbecue chip, that flavor, I really don't like. But a
Hmm.
good barbecue chip, or even like the okay tier, I'm like I can do. But not the fan of the bad barbecue chips.
Yeah,
Try,
I think
try
sometimes they try to do a little too much like smoked paprika in it, and
yeah.
that ends up kind of mass. Yeah, no, totally, I get that. Um, for the number 5 overall pick in this draft, you're saying I'm pretty sure it's the kettle cooked chips that does this. Uh, black pepper.
Oh
Just
yeah. Oh yeah.
black pepper chips. I was like, what took us so long in a society to just put salt and pepper on the chips? Like we were doing like sour cream and onion. We're doing salt and vinegar before we just decided to like crack some fucking pepper on there. Like, what are we doing here?
I put black pepper on some of my like potato chips and stuff when I'll put them in a bowl and stuff because I do like black pepper a lot. I
Dude,
agree, and that those Kettle brand black peppers are bomb.
super good. When I was a chef back in the day, we would buy those black pepper kettle chips or just like whatever kettle chips, and we would crack pepper and put parsley on them, and then would just like upcharge the shit out of it. And like that was like a party thing to do for like events and stuff like that. It was huge. But yeah, just like pepper and parsley, and all of a sudden like that is like
Gourmet
a
chip.
high yeah, high end potato chip.
All right, so then I have the next 2 picks, and those are my last 2.
Yep, you got 6 and
All right,
7.
we're gonna go with my Doritos pick now. The spicy sweet chili, the purple bag.
Okay,
Oh, I love those.
those
Those
are good.
those get
Those
me
are nice.
freaking going, man.
Yeah,
I am not gonna lie to you. I
hmm
love those.
those are really nice.
I've had some other good ones. Like I don't know if you've tried the golden sriracha bag. It's a little newer.
Mm-mm.
That one's worth trying. That one's another good one that's kind of similar but like a little different. Try that one out. But the purple bag, I get like the big
Purple's
bags of
nice.
them and they're gone pretty quick. The sweet.
Yeah.
And then ooh, now we got to go. We're going to go with a classic of mine, the Harvest Cheddar Sun Chip. I
Yeah.
love I love the how the sunship is built, the waves, the crunch of everything, the lightness, the sun. I like sun chips in all flavors, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably if I had to rank them, it'd be go. There's like the tiers. Honestly, I just think it's like really, really great. Is like the salsa, the harvest cheddar, and the original, and then the sour cream and onion one is just like right there with it. It's just like
Oh
slightly below it for
no.
me.
So I'm here with you on your sun chip take. I love sun chips too, but I just take that sour cream and onion and put it
Put it
just
above,
above
one above.
everything,
Hey,
all
I
the other
feel it.
ones. Yeah, yeah. Those are
I
my
feel it. I
favorite.
feel it. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
hate it. I don't hate
Yeah.
it. To each their own. To
Yeah, yeah.
each their own.
Sun chips are
But sun
fire
chips are
though.
fire.
So good. So underrated, man. Yeah, yeah. All right, my number 8 pick. It was a chip flavor that I don't see in the stores anymore. I only saw it for like a couple of months, and I'm a little heartbroken it's gone. It is the Cubano flavored wavy Lays.
Oh,
It straight up tasted like a Cuban sandwich. Like you tasted pickle, you tasted mustard, you tasted pulled pork. Like it had a little bit of like vinegar that they use on the sandwiches. Like it was
Cuban
so
sandwich.
Cuban sandwich.
It's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
blue
yeah,
bag.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The blue one. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Oh, dude, they're so good. Oh my
Whoa.
god. Yeah, they're amazing.
Does it have like a
Um,
pickly flavor? Like a
a
little, yeah, briny,
little
like kind of
pickle.
go to it? Yeah.
There's
Oh.
pickle, there's pork, there's vinegar. Like you can taste a little cilantro, mustard. Like it's so nice, man. That chip was delicious.
Dude, we might have to do a
Um,
chip draft part two.
yeah.
There's honestly like a lot of really good.
Or we could probably just do a straight up just like Dorito flavor draft, and you know what I mean, like because like those already like we only dove into two, and I know like I really like the sweet and tangy barbecue, like the black bag, like those are so nice too,
Oh,
man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love
bunch
chips.
of
So stupid.
snackers.
Yeah, a bunch of snackers. Yeah, mother snackers.
Ugh. So you had what were your four and my four?
I just lost my draft. I just lost it, and I'm
I
not connected
had
to the internet.
the peppercini. I had the salt and vinegar, the sweet chili Doritos, and the my last pick was the sun chip
The harvest
harvest
cheddar.
cheddar.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I had Cool Ranch. I had barbecue. I had the Cuban, and I had what was my middle one before the Cuban? Oh, the black pepper ones. Yeah,
Oh,
cool. You want to round us
episode
out, bud?
54 or 53. It's been super cool. Thanks for coming back after the week break, after the year. Um, just excited to get things going again, and excited to see where this goes with this. I know we have some ideas coming where we're going to be doing some different ideas of filming in some different spots with that. So just stay tuned, and yeah, I got dream as big as you can, and anything is possible. Aim high, shoot low, and we'll see you next week. And that was Michael Phelps. Peace!